Secretary, let me go back to the issue of currency. I know you try to address that, and we appreciate your thoughts on that. As you indicated that you share the concerns that there are countries that are using different means, some cases less than appropriate means, to try to advance their interests around the world when it comes to commerce. I would straight out call it currency manipulation. I don't think in your letter you used the words currency manipulation, but you did talk about how currency is used in different ways by countries. I know you've in the past identified some countries that have used currency in the past. Let me ask you this. Are we trying to tackle this issue of currency manipulation as we speak?
Congressman, we take on this issue of currency and unfair practices every time we engage in a bilateral or multilateral setting, and we have the results to show it. I mean, I can't count the number of hours I've spent bringing this issue to the attention of other countries, saying if you want to have the kind of relationship you want with the United States on economic and other grounds, you need to deal with this. And we've made real progress. And that doesn't mean we're done, and it doesn't mean we can back away from doing it. And we're open to having more tools to do it with.
And I know you mentioned in your letter that China's currency has appreciated some 20–30% in the last 4 or 5 years, which to me is a signal that, in fact, there are countries like China that are manipulating their currency to make it look like their products are less costly, and therefore they can sell them for a cheaper price in the U.S. compared to American products that would therefore be more expensive relative to those Chinese products. The concern I have is this. I appreciate everything you're trying to do, but we've been trying to deal with this for years. And to say that we're going to keep trying to do something means that there will be people and there will be countries that will continue to do this. And unless we have an effective means to stop it, all we can do is hope for the goodwill of these countries to stop doing what they've done in the past, which some people, some moderate estimates tell us that we've lost some 1 to 5 million American jobs as a result of currency manipulation. So I think for many of us, for us not to take an aggressive approach on currency manipulation is a non-starter. And I know that you've said that the parties to this trade deal have said, if you try to do, here I'll just use your words, all the partners consulted have made clear that they will not support the introduction of enforceable currency provisions in the context of trade agreements, and specifically the TPP. So essentially they're saying, we'll talk to you, but we won't let you put anything enforceable in the trade deal, which I think would be a major mistake because we know some of these countries have done it. We know others are doing it. And I just don't believe that there's a satisfactory answer to saying, we'll keep trying to get folks to be our countries to do the right thing, even though we know in the past they haven't.
Congressman, I think we're doing more than saying we're trying. We're actually making a difference. So the fact that it's been moving in the right direction is a reflection of the fact that it makes a difference to engage the way we've been engaging. And as I said, we're open to other tools. The fact that putting it in a trade agreement where it's enforceable through trade remedies is not the same as saying we're not open to having more tools.
Right, but Mr. Secretary, tell me how are you going to get these partners that want TPP to sit down at a different point in time and actually commit to stop manipulating their currency?
Well, you know, they have signed on through the G20, many of them, to the principle.
Where are the teeth?
Pardon me?
Where are the teeth to enforce that?
So, you know, if the question is, how are we going to get them to do better? I think we've shown that we can make progress, and we will make more progress.
I
don't think there's going to be a trade agreement that has that in it, so that won't be the way that moves them.
I don't disagree with you that we'll keep trying and that there will be ways to improve. Where I disagree fervently with the administration and this bill is that this is the best chance. You've got them where they want to negotiate. They want access to our markets. This is the best time when you can make a deal because they want something in return. And for us not to, when we can strike hardest, get what we need, I think it's...
Though in fairness, our markets are very open, and we want access to markets that are not very open. So
let me ask one last question, and I don't think I'll have time to get an answer, but let me just pose the question. When people keep asking, if we don't get in this, if we don't reach this deal, who's going to write the rules? I ask, what happened with CAFTA, the Central American Free Trade Deal? What happened with NAFTA? Did we write those rules? And we see the consequences of much of what's happened with CAFTA, in some cases NAFTA. We've got a trade dispute with Guatemala in the CAFTA deal. where they don't even enforce their own laws.
Time for the gentleman has expired.
Yield back, and I thank the chairman.